bruh.
What you talking about?
That's the Matrix, bruh.
Huh?
The Matrix. You know
Yeah,
you're
All
gonna
right,
see
fellas, we live. Let's go.
Starting off fresh with KPG. We starting off fresh with KPG. We started off first talking with G. We started off first talking with G. Then we went and added Kori. Added Prince, that's the KPG. We starting off fresh with KPG. Added Prince, now it's KPG. Added Prince, now it's KPG. And we just talking with KPG.
What up, baby? Welcome to Talking with KPG. I'm your boy G. To my right-hand side, we got Decatur wears greater, Corey Davis, championship ring wearing. And underneath, we got our dog, everybody's homie, Mr. Prince. What it do, my dude?
What's up, dog? Good.
What's going on?
Can you hear me?
No, hey,
You coming through loud and clear.
I like it, man. I like you feel like a champion. I see over there, bro.
Hey, man,
That's
listen,
what I like to see.
you know, I'm blinking on both ends. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at you rocking both of them. Don't you got to give one of them back though?
Huh?
You got
What
to
you
mail
doing?
one of them somebody,
Hey.
right?
Don't do that. Why you doing that? I'm getting my flex on right now. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I played in the NFL for 3 years, 3 seasons. No. Man, let the audience think what they supposed to think, man.
Yeah. My bad.
I was just about to lie to Prince real fast.
Yeah, that man's a winner. He's a winner. If you want to get rid of his winner, get rid of that chicken dinner. That man laughed himself off the screen.
And he gone.
Oh. Hey, what up, Matt Thompson? Welcome to the show, homie.
Yo.
Y'all are on episode 73. I put 72 in the chat. My bad. It was supposed to be 73. Welcome to the show, each and every one of y'all, man. Season 2. We got a great show. Titleist, what's going on, my dog? Welcome to the show. He said Kori looking a little thuggish out there.
Right, you know what I'm saying? On both ends.
You do look a little pumbious out there, boy. Yeah, you do look a little thuggish out there.
When I first started back in 1989.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah. I like it.
Let's get it.
What up, Chuck, man? Hey, welcome to the show, big homie. Let's jump right in, man. And we got to start right here. Because history was made last night.
Alec Burks guarding it from the start. Wiggins again. Here's Curry for the record. It's good! There it is! Stephen Curry!
Bottoms.
Awesome. Kudos to Steph Curry, the leading three-point shooter in the world.
Call him what it said. The king.
You always said.
Yeah, the king, man.
Y'all can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, because I get static. So if I don't answer right away, I'll get in static. So
okay,
you just bear with me.
Go ahead, Prince. You go first.
Yeah, Prince, go first, man. What are your thoughts on Stephen Curry's
that's okay, fellas. Don't say I'm being a hater, but it's a great accomplishment on his part when it comes to shooting, and I'm sure he's gonna put it out of the reach of a lot of people because he's gonna play a little bit longer. But I think it was overblown, though. I think if it was the scoring with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or the assist record with John Stockton, I think it'd be a little bit better. And because those already are unachievable right now. Nobody's even touched the surface of those two. But as far as shooting, you've had a lot of great shooters over this time. But I give him props for that. He did do his thing, and if he keeps going, he's going to put it to be unattainable. But I feel, you guys probably disagree, but I feel the scoring title is a little bit more up a top echelon than the 3-point shooter because you're gonna have a bunch of shooters, man. They're gonna come along, and that I think that record it depends on how Curry shoots and when he goes from this point on, as long as you don't get hurt. It can be caught, man, because this league and this world right now is built of great shooters. But assists, and points, those things are just overwhelmingly hard to obtain.
We talking about the best shooter in the game.
I know what I'm talking about. I didn't say you're going to agree.
I know I ain't agreeing.
What I'm talking about. You got to know what I'm talking about.
You said you make it seem like you hating. That's hate, boy. You hate.
That ain't hate, boy. I'm just saying, it's a great accomplishment, but I think the scoring title and the assistant title is a little bit more of a greater accomplishment.
Okay,
they're harder to do. It's harder to do.
Okay, Kareem has the scoring title, which LeBron James is inching closer to.
He is not nowhere near that, cuz.
I'm just saying he got a chance, right? You don't think he got a chance?
He do have a chance. Yes, sir. But the way he's playing now, cuz I don't see him Kobe had a chance too. I thought Kobe was gonna get it for a minute.
Let's think. If we're talking about LeBron, his last week he averaged 30 and 10. I mean, for the past week.
Okay, Kori. How long do you expect? LeBron is aging. I mean, and he's I'm a Laker fan, but do you see him obtaining? And when Kobe was saying that, I know the coach fucked him. The coach messed him up. And his knee went out, but do you see LeBron obtaining the scoring title from Kareem?
I do. I actually think that's what he wants to do. He wants to be the ultimate king.
Barring injuries, right?
Barring whatever, he gonna play. I'm just saying he's gonna be able to play long enough to obtain the scoring title and keep it as he is for the rest of his life. You know, or like you said, Kareem has held the title at this point now. He's been out the league for almost 30 years, and it ain't been touched. Even with MJ and the scores that we done seen ain't got close, but he starting at 18 years old and still being healthy, and look at how he's playing on his level now. I think he has a chance. So let's go back to Steph.
Thanks.
Okay. So last night, Stephen Curry has beaten this record, and he has played 500 less games
you're right.
than Ray Allen. All right, so that record held for 13 years by one of my favorites in Reggie Miller. Now peep the game. Steph is 30 years old.
Yeah.
30 years old, and he still has at least the way he plays ball 5 more years to play, right? Can we let's say 3 to 5, right?
Yeah.
At the level that he's playing, just even when he slows down and he can get, there, just being open.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so last year, let's go with last season. Last season, he put up, was it 430, buckets. You know what I'm saying? 430 threes.
3-pointers, right?
3-pointers. Right. That's a lot in a season, bro.
I agree. But I'm just saying. Okay. Now it's okay. Now, okay. I understand he has a 3-point contest. I mean, a 3-point shooting record.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what has been the most glorified title or the record in the NBA since they started the league? The scoring. And who's ever scored the most points in NBA history. That's been the most top of the echelon thing that people are trying to get to is the scoring. And assists and 3-pointers are below the score. Who's ever scored the most points in the NBA? That's the title that is the top of the pendulum, man.
That's what I'm saying. I disagree only because he's made it unattainable. We never talk about anybody coming close. Nobody's come close every year. Like they finna retire and he's getting close to the title. We it's gone below the wayside. When LeBron does it in LA, they gonna go.
I don't think he's gonna do it, dog. I don't think he's gonna do it.
Okay, so we'll go. I'm gonna let G talk in a second. I'm gonna say this last thing, right? So right now, like we were saying, Ray Allen. It took Ray Allen 17 seasons to get Reggie's title, right?
Yeah.
So Steph has at least, like you said, he got at least 5 years of playing left. If he plays a little bit longer, the way these guys are building their bodies, let's just add 1 season of what Steph is doing. If he's averaging 400 threes a season, if you tack on 400 on what he has just accomplished, dude, I'm telling this
No,
dude.
I understand. No,
Yeah.
I agree. I understand. I didn't say I didn't agree with you. I understand, but I just feel that the scoring title is a little bit more top of the pendulum than the 3-point title. I mean, that's just my opinion.
What you
I
say,
mean, I
G?
just feel the scoring title that had the most points in NBA history by one single player that beats everybody is a little bit more the top, the top of the echelon.
Mhm.
I mean, that's it. I'm not saying he didn't accomplish nothing great. Please don't get he accomplished something really great because it hasn't been broken in 13 years, like you said.
Yeah.
So I mean, I just feel that beating Kareem is more than beating Ray Allen. Go ahead, G.
So Titleist says, man, he hates 3-pointers. He wants the ball down low. So obviously, this is a man in the same ilk as Prince is. Like Prince is the big man. He wants the ball down low. He wants Kareem. He want to beat you up down low and take you sky hook you and all that, block everything. So that's why he's always in favor of the big men, compared to the little men.
You're right.
But the 3-point is the lowest percentage shot in the league, right?
The 3-point shot is
the 3-point shot.
Yeah,
right?
It is.
I didn't know that.
Lowest percentage shot in the league.
Yeah. The highest percentage or lowest percentage?
Lowest.
The lowest percentage?
Lowest percentage shot. Your higher percentage shots are in the paint, mid range,
15, 16.
Those are higher percentage shots than the 3-point.
To be made or to be
made.
To be made.
Yes.
So it's easier to make a 3-point shot than a 2-point.
No. It's harder.
Harder. Okay.
It's hard. It's hard. So you're going to be lower. So you're probably shooting. If somebody's shooting 35% from the 3-point line, they're shooting pretty good.
Okay.
If you're shooting 35% from the field, you're not shooting well.
Okay.
Right. So that's what I mean by that.
Go ahead.
This man has made 2,973 in a position that is in a shot that is hard to make. Like it's not easy to make.
Right.
I hear a lot of people say
he ain't at the line. He behind the line.
Right. There's a lot of people out there say, well, it's made for. My man Tyler said that. Like it's made for shooters. Ain't a whole bunch of shooters shooting like that though.
Not like that.
You have some of the greatest shooters out there. Your JJ Reddicks, even Klay Thompson. They are still not shooting at the level that this man has been at the consistency and the longevity that he's been doing it. The man is amazing. The man is amazing. Welcome to the show, BX Sports Jedi. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you tuning in. And to go on what you were saying, Prince, Kareem has the point total that nobody thought would ever be broken.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying,
36,000 points.
Yeah.
38,000 points. My fault. Thanks to my man Titleist. Kareem has 38,387 points. That's a lot of points.
Yes.
But LeBron James is closing in on that. And I think that is what LeBron James wants, along with playing with his son. I think he wants that.
Yeah, G. And I think that's what it. Okay, Kori, G. Now, since Kareem set that title and set that pendulum about the most points scored in the NBA, everybody's been trying to reach that. That is the most highest goal that they've been trying to reach. I mean, and besides Stockton's assist, because assisting that much is hard, bro. You can stand out and shoot 3 all you want and not be contested. But assisting, coming in and doing what you gotta do I think is the second hardest besides scoring all them points, because like I said, I might be a little biased when it comes to the big man, because like G said, I've been a center, power forward, and I know how hard it is to get in the paint and do what you got to do, but to consistently go out there and be as a big man and lead the NBA in scoring, that's not an easy task, bro.
Okay.
Titleist. All right.
Titleist.
Now,
I got you, Brody.
My thing is this. Now, no coach, especially in the NBA today, is just gonna let you continue to just jack up threes and miss it. You know, you got to have the green light. You know, if you start to miss, or if you don't have a sharpshooter pedigree, they're like, hey, stop shooting. You know, you play defense. Right. You know, now you gotta hit some buckets. Now let's go back to LeBron. All right, so like I said, I think it's 25, 85. You know, the points that he needs to eclipse the title. All right, so divide that by 20. That's 129 games. That's just 20 points. Divide that by 20. That's 129 games. That's 2 seasons or a season and a half, or you know, whatever. It's attainable, Prince, to get Kareem off Mount Rushmore by
right. Okay, and I agree. It might be attainable, but like I said, attainable and doing it is 2 different things, bro. I mean, look at the play that we're doing. They're already discussing over the networks how he's up and down, and I understand that because they said he's putting too many minutes on his body. Listen, man, let's be real with this.
LeBron can't do 20 points a game.
Okay. I didn't say he couldn't. But after a while, nobody beats Father Time, bro. Father Time is unbeatable. After a while, your body will break down if you're trying to play 36 minutes a game, trying to bring them back from a deficit. And because AD, let's be honest. Let's just be honest, G. AD's not playing to his best. Russell Westbrook he's up and down. Rondo, where the hell is he?
Well, get back in the bus. Get back on the bus. Where we at?
No, I'm just saying. Okay, listen. I'm not trying to go off script, but I'm just saying. Okay, LeBron, he might get close, but I don't see him breaking it. Just to be honest with you, Corey, I don't see him breaking that right now because he would have to really, really, really play, ball out.
No, he don't.
Okay, Corey.
A dub is what he needs. Okay, like I said,
every game,
a 20 points in this league. That's 10 shots.
For how many years, Corey?
2
years?
Yeah. I don't even think, not even a full 2.
I don't even think it's a full 2. Right.
Okay. So we'll see. I'm not putting a lot of stock into that because
add this to the
barring injury, you can't really say, okay, well, this is gonna happen. Because players get hurt. LeBron has been hurt. Okay. LeBron just missed. How many games did he miss this season?
It don't matter. He can do it.
It does matter, man. You can't sit up and say he's gonna pull it off if he's at his older age he's getting hurt.
I see another bet coming on. G, do me a favor, brother. Put this down. All right. I want a 6. I want a 6-pack on you, Prince. You know when he breaks his record. Huh?
Okay. Tell me again. Come on.
If LeBron has 2 seasons to eclipse this record, right? Okay. He's 37 years old.
Okay.
37. So and he said he wants to play he said he wants to play as long as he can do it. And this league, even if he came off the bench, he can get 10 buckets. All right. So my bet is this: in 2 seasons, LeBron will have the scoring title, the NBA scoring title.
Okay.
If I don't, I got a 6 for you. If you don't, you got a 6 for me.
Okay. Let's modify that.
Okay, come with it.
Let's put 24 on it.
24. I don't drink that. Okay.
He was damn.
You drinking for the week. Okay.
He quadrupled it.
Right. Okay. It's coming in the box. Okay.
All right. Write it down, G.
All right. 24.
24 pack. All right. 24 pack.
All right. Case.
Put a case.
A Mardello's.
Okay, Modelo. Okay.
Modelo's. All right, Modelo's. Okay. All right. I got it down right here.
We don't want no cheap shit.
I got it down.
This 5 minutes this 19 minutes have been sponsored to you by have been brought to you by Modelo.
Hey, my guy Titleist, he said James is averaging 26.3 per game right now. But he's only played 16 games.
It's just
we just can't predict the future, fellas. We cannot predict with COVID going on, with injuries. It's just hard to predict what's going on. Look what's going on now with COVID, fellas. With the NFL teams, there's 7 teams that are already going to postpone games.
Stay in the NBA. I like what you're saying. Keep going. Stay in the NBA. Though.
I'm saying with NBA. There's a gang of teams that even with the Lakers, with the Heat, with the Bulls. I mean, there's so many people that are just catching COVID and they're talking about postponing games and doing what we got to do. And these
That's
people have been vaccinated.
you know what's crazy. That'll help my case even more. You know,
But what I'm saying is, it's just hard to predict because this crazy world we're going on with the COVID. It's just hard to predict what's going to happen. I mean, people are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and still catching it, bro.
Listen, now I think we talked about this, you know, last year up until this year. The reason for the booster and vaccination, all that, so you don't die. But when this happens, you go into that protocol, 10 days, sit yourself down, and let's see how you feel in a few days. But at the same time, I mean, you know, that's the
But that's what I'm saying. It's hard to predict who's going to be available and who's not going to be available.
That's true. But what I'm saying is to you, to go back to what we're talking about, all it's going to do is help my case. If you give LeBron James some day, you giving LeBron James to sit down. You giving LeBron James, you know,
my God,
time, not hurt time.
Okay.
All they do is help my case.
Yeah. Okay.
How many games in the season? How many games in the season? 86?
82?
Okay, G.
82.
Okay, Kori. We're gonna do that.
He needs
we got a bet in. G, we got a bet in.
Yeah. All right. So let's stay on this, man. Let's stay on this COVID situation that's going on, that's wreaking havoc in all the sports, but we're on the NBA right now.
Right,
you have 27 NBA players that are out with the protocol, the COVID protocol.
Right.
What do y'all think we need to start going back into the bubble again already in the NBA?
Oh, you know what? I'm not against that, to be honest with you. I mean, if we're gonna keep the players safe and they keep breaking out, and if we need to do that, a lot of players hated that, especially the Clippers. But you know, if that's what's gonna keep the season rolling, I'm not against that. What about you, Kori?
Currently there are 384 active guys on the NBA teams, right? 32 teams, you know. And if you do the numbers, right, it's about 1% that are, you know, but it says rising. 2%, 1% to 2%, you know, that's getting infected by each team and is rising. Now the only good part, the good part to that silver lining is 97% of the league on every team is vaccinated on their squad, right?
Yeah.
So, like you said, they're talking about the, you know, nobody dying. I think that's what the NBA's goal was. Nobody dying. Nobody get, you know, they catch it, but you know, quarantine. Come on back, let's play. Now, some, you know, decided that they're not going to quarantine. Those are the ones that I kind of worry myself about. You know.
Yeah.
Now let's talk. There's a small number. Like I said, 384 is a small number. However, it's starting to permeate, and with this Omicron situation, Omicron hits harder than, you know, hit harder than your grandma. You know what I'm saying? When you done sat on that couch. So testing positive and no hospitalization is what the NBA was more or less focused on. No hospitalization. Stay home. Come holler at me. Come holler at me in 5 days after you tested negative twice. So
positive twice.
You can't. I said, well, it's got to be negative twice.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. Yeah.
It's negative twice. So,
but how's that solution? Don't get no help from the doctors. Let's just sit at home and see. You tested once, and what if it's really bad and you test positive again, but you're just laid out and in the bed, and when you could have went and got maybe a booster or something like that when you tested positive the first time.
They don't help instantly. Like once you get it, hey man, get in that corner over there. Get by yourself.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is what you're saying is that they want them to go ahead and stay home until they test positive over there. Two.
No, they want you to test negative. They're gonna test you. You're gonna take that COVID test. You want 2 negative tests before you come back to this court. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is it like the Bulls. The Bulls have just postponed 4 games right now.
Yeah.
That's 4. That's a lot of revenue missed. That's a lot of games, you know, that kind of messes up the structure of the NBA. And they're team that's competing right now.
The Nets are about to do the same thing because they got 5 out.
Oh, really? Okay. See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Now we're talking about revenue streams. Now we're talking about, not somebody not playing. But I don't know if they're going to extend it. But I think, like G was saying, you're going to have to go back. If we're going to have to control this, if we want to be able to at least put it on television, if we're going to be able to crown a champion at the end of the season.
We got to go back to the bubble. We got to go back to the bubble. Period.
Now, I don't want to just move away, but how can you do that in the NFL? Is that possible?
You can't. You gotta let it play about. You gotta let it. In the NFL, you have to let it play it out. I mean, there's no way you can bubbleize. Now, okay, there is a way, but there is a way. But you have to maybe keep everything to 2 stadiums, right? Just hear me out. You got to keep everything to 2 stadiums, right? And then have certain teams. You have the AFC in one stadium and the NFC in one stadium, and let them play it out until the championship. I mean, that's the only way you can do it.
Oh, wow. Go ahead, G.
G.
Let's welcome my guy, man. A to the Z Media Network. Zach to the show. Welcome to the show, big homie.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thanks for coming on my platform with Kev and from Bronx Sports Jedi as well. And Chef Dan, great job earlier, and thank you for coming on. And what's up, Prince? What's up?
What's up,
Kori?
man?
How's everybody doing?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Everybody good.
Good, man. Good.
So first, Zach, man, tell everybody where they can find you at, big dog. We got to do that first, man.
Well, you can find me on my channel at A to Z Media Network. That's at A to Z Media Net. And you can also find me at Bronx Sports Jedi Network with Kev's platform, which is a great show. Go subscribe to them as well. They got baseball and basketball over there. They talk Yankees. Kev and I, we do watch-alongs. They do MMA and combat sports with his son, Austin, and Chef Dan. They got a great program over there, so give them a look.
Cool. Appreciate that, bro. My guy Titus over here, man, he says they should not test. He said that's the only way they're going to find out if somebody has it, man. He said nobody's been hospitalized, so don't test.
He got to test, man.
Well, I just don't understand.
Zach?
I just don't understand because I don't understand the whole. I get everybody. If you want to get vaccinated, you want to get vaccinated. I myself am vaccinated, but the thing is, with all these players, like New York teams, other than Kyrie Irving, everybody's vaccinated because that's the state law. And other teams, there's certain things, mandates. Why are COVID cases skyrocketing with these vaccines? I don't quite understand.
Because of the new strand is not built. But the new strand that is came out. You have to understand something, Z. When we all got vaccinated back maybe a year ago or whenever we did, it was for the first strand. Now there's been 2 different strands that's came out since then. So they haven't had a vaccination for it. And now that's what they tried to introduce the booster shot. So that's why, and I don't understand. And I'm like you, Z. They didn't see the 2 next strands coming. So the vaccination that we took back then was just for that 1 strand. So it's actually useless.
Yeah,
it's actually useless.
So then, why are we mandating players to get vaccinated then?
Because they have to. Because they cannot. Even though I feel where you're coming from, they have to mandate and try to get some sort of protection. Okay, because even with the vaccination, new strand you're gonna be out 7 days, or 6 days, or 3 days to 14 days. So it's a big difference when it comes down to it. And you're not with the vaccination, even though you might get it, you're less likely to be in the hospital on a breathing machine. So I feel that's why they're pushing, even though they haven't came up with nothing for the new strand. At least get vaccinated so you can be protected enough to where you're not critically ill.
Yeah, but at the same time, too, a lot of times COVID's hitting people with underlying issues as well, and like you said, these athletes are in great shape, and they're not really getting a whole lot of side effects. I don't see an out for this. I don't see 100% solution for this problem. That's my thing.
No,
I'm not downing either side you're on or whatever the case. I'm just saying I don't see a solution. So
no,
I'm not sure what's
There's no solution.
Yeah,
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Kori? Okay. So they have to be they test twice a week. They test, getting the. I think sometimes some teams are doing it daily, but you have. I think the NFL wants you to test at least on your team or squad twice a week, which is what the owners agreed to. Now let's look at this from a business standpoint, and I think we talked about this before. If I'm paying you millions of dollars, I want to protect my investment. I want to protect what makes me money too. But at the same time, I want to protect the guy that's next to you, which means to have you test. A lot of these facilities now have their own COVID-19, small clinic. If that, if you would have it, they've hired, I said teams of doctors to ensure the health and safety of their players and the facilities, like management teams or people that work for the building. They have, if you go over there off Peachtree, not Peachtree, but I think it's maybe 2nd Avenue or whatever, by the stadium. There is I think Tenet Healthcare that's right there, posted up right near the dome. It's like when they come into the stadium or they come into work. I think there's one in Flowery Branch. You have to be tested, and I think, like I said, the Atlanta Falcons. If you see right here, we were the first fully vaccinated.
Oh my God!
We were the first team to do that at 100%. Big shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. For doing that, taking it seriously. Hey man, don't hate on it.
No, you just had to get that poster in. That's the first time you got that poster in weeks, but that's okay. Go ahead.
This segment is brought to you by a fully vaccinated team. That's how we do this. You're not going to hear about COVID-19 protocols with Atlanta because we don't do that. We operate a little bit better than that. Nevertheless,
but I thought the Cowboys are fully vaccinated too. We haven't heard anything about it.
No, you're not. Don't even do that. Cooper is not, and Dak Prescott's not. Y'all got.
That's not vaccinated.
Hell no. No, you know that. Come on, man. You know.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, Dak is. Amari's not.
Dak ain't. No, Dak ain't.
Dak is.
No,
that's right. That's right, Harry. How about them Cowboys, baby?
Get out of here, Harry. Harry Bush. Oh my God, did he say Harry Bush? That's not his real name. Come on, man. That is not.
You're such a hater, dude.
Listen, we know what a Harry Bush is, and that is not Harry Bush. Come on, whoever that is. Wait a minute. Where's Mike? Where's Franklin?
He froze.
All right, okay.
All right, G, come on, baby.
I just don't understand because, like you just said, Dak's not vaccinated. He hasn't had a COVID.
But I thought he was, Z. I thought Dak was vaccinated.
Yeah, Dak is. Dak did come out and say he is vaccinated. But Amari Cooper's not.
Okay.
Yeah, Amari Cooper's not. Immunized, or he's vaccinated.
He's actually vaccinated, and he didn't have a fake card either. It was his card. He has a real card.
Exactly. He's not. Yeah. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Okay, this is not Aaron Rodgers we're talking about.
Okay. So the Bulls. Hey, one quick question. My guy Dan, man, he asked, and I thought this was a great question. Which league do you think got hit the worst? The NBA or the NFL? Is a two-part question. And who do you think has handled it better so far?
Ooh.
I think the NFL's handled it better because they have had less cases, and they're not having the stars of the league like Kyrie Irving in the NBA completely going against it.
All right, Prince.
I think I had to agree with Z. I think the NFL has done a great job with it, man, and I would have to go with them.
Okay, Kori.
Major League Baseball has had nothing. I mean, 1%.
Yeah, but
less than 1%.
Not a bunch of party boys. Well, I can't say not a bunch of party.
But they're not playing right now either.
Yeah.
They ain't playing. During the season, listen, they had less than 1% with issues or whatever. I mean, they had guys playing, but I think Major League Baseball, considering you get guaranteed money with baseball. Them owners there ain't bullshit. I'm sorry, they ain't playing.
Yeah, I feel
I say Major League Baseball. But between the two that we're talking about right now, I say NFL has gotten a better handle on it, and they got more players. I mean, a 64-man roster having to, keep them guys safe. I think I go with the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I like you said, they have more people that they have to take care of, and staff and coaches.
Yeah.
Where the NBA don't have as many coaches, as many staff members as the NFL has, and they don't play in the amount of stadiums that the NFL plays in either. The capacity. So I would definitely have to go with the NFL as well.
Hey, G. Hey, G. I know. We got a few minutes left, and I know I got to do the hour. But can I go off script for a minute and ask you guys a question?
What's up, big boy?
Okay. Now I know this is a little bit off question, but okay, Odell Beckham Jr. Now, you've seen his performance since he had every quarterback he's played with has been a number one pick, right? Between Eli Manning, your boy from Cleveland, and your boy from Georgia. So who do you think that he has been? He's caught the last couple of touchdowns from Stafford, but do you think he's going to be the same as he was in the Giants, or do you think he's going to move on and not give Stafford a chance to make his career better? Do you think he should leave, or do you think he should stay in LA?
Right. I mean, I think he should stay in LA right now. It seems like they have kind of gotten a rhythm between him and Stafford. He's been working with him now a couple of weeks now, so they kind of getting that chemistry together. So he's in a better situation with the Rams. They have more talent. They have more talent on the offensive side and the defensive side.
But don't you think he'll be the third string receiver once? I'm sorry, I can't think of the dude's name that got hurt.
Woods.
So Woods. Thank you. Do you think that once Woods comes back, he will settle for being the third string receiver, Kori?
Now, I mean, I guess my question is, you talking about like next season? Should he re-sign next season?
Yes, sir.
Now, he took a significant, nobody paid that $8 million that he was, supposed to be guaranteed. He got picked up off waivers, and then, you end up getting the league minimum when they pick you up because nobody picked up that $8 million contract. Now he's going to want to test the waters to see who's willing to pay. Right now, it's like a pay for play interview for the next team. Now, to answer your question, should he? I think Woods, he had an ACL tear.
Yes, sir.
He's out for the season.
So that means
yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a while till he comes back to number one form. Sort of like OBJ. It took a minute to get back right, and then it all depends on your training on how you get back. ACL tear is at least a season, gone. Should he re-sign? I know he's gonna test the waters. They're gonna have to offer him some money, just like they're gonna have to offer if.
So he was saying he thinks he should test the waters as well.
So do you feel that way, G? Do you feel he should, if he's a good quarterback in a good position with a good defense and a good offense is going to play around, do you really think he should leave?
No, I think he should stay. I think he's in an ideal situation right now. Odell has gotten paid. He's gotten his big contract. I don't think he's going to go anywhere and receive a major contract like he got before. So I think he's gotten his money. Now it's time to build your resume.
Yeah.
Build your resume with a good team. I don't think you go chasing money right now.
So build your resume, G. So you think he should stay where he is and re-sign with the Rams and with Stafford there and with his defense there. He never has to play from behind. You think he should go ahead and just build, like you said, build his resume for the Hall of Fame because that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't go that far. But
you don't think he's going to make the Hall of Fame? So y'all don't think Odell Beckham Jr. is capable of making the Hall of Fame?
His resume right now doesn't say that.
Okay, I was just asking. I'm
not throwing him in Hall of Fame conversation.
Okay.
He'll have
Yeah.
Hall of
Yeah,
Fame.
I'm
He'll
not
have,
voting.
you know how when the Hall of Fame show comes on, he'll have some highlight clips on, for the catches and stuff. But he don't have the numbers like that. Now, if he had, like I said, he has to stay and play with a quarterback and create a Peyton Manning to Marvin Harrison type, some Marvin Harrison type numbers. But right now, I think he picked the team that he got a good chance of winning a championship with. He wants to add that
Okay,
to.
so you think he's the same as
Huh?
Marvin Harrison?
No, I said he needs to create a bond with a quarterback to get numbers like Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning. No. Yeah, Marvin Harrison was a first round, Hall of Fame, ballot Hall of Famer. But he's, what is Marvin Harrison in?
No, me and G discussed that on I think our third season, fourth season, how he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. No. Yeah, I don't think he's in yet. All right, before we get off the NBA, man, I'm gonna just name some players that are out with COVID. Major players, man. Dwight Howard, Malik Monk, Giannis, Coach Rick Carlisle for the Indiana Pacers, Austin Rivers, the president for the Toronto Raptors. He's out as well. 10 players for the Chicago Bulls are out. 10 players. That's why they postponed 4 of the games. Ja Morant, Serge Ibaka, RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin for my Knicks fans. They're out with COVID as well, man. So
and Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, it hit the NBA hard quickly too. Just over this past week, man, it hit them hard. So
I just came on. OBJ, a Hall of Famer? What?
No. We're talking about Marvin Harrison, Z. And I like how you just came with the picture, and then you came back with the whole background and the microphone and everything with the headphones, and you just had to represent, bro. You just had to come back on top, bro.
No, I had to take my dog out. So I had after the show.
I came back. We just messing with you, bro. That's what we do here. We just mess with you. That's what we do. But now, what we're saying is that what I asked the fellas is that do they think OBJ has a chance to become a Hall of Famer? And they're like, no. And we were discussing Marvin Harrison is not a Hall of Famer either.
No, he said so. Mike Frankie said Harrison is in.
Yeah, Harrison's been a Hall of Famer. Marvin Harrison,
2016.
Yeah. Okay. I know someone, right? Goodness gracious, he ain't in yet.
All right. So let's move on, man. Let's go ahead and transition into the NFL. Some more cases in the NFL, man, that is hitting us hard. Kori fell off again. Let's go. Hey, we got another guest, man. This is my guy I just met today. Steph Dan. What's up, bro?
Salute to you, G. Salute to Z. Z, me and Z, we go way back like, peanut butter and jelly. That's my guy. Prince, I'm just meeting you. Salute to you. I've been watching you guys on the chat. I've been talking, so I just gotta, I'd let you guys know I'm here.
That's what's up, man. We appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. So before we jump off the NBA, man, I know you're a huge Knicks fan. Right? Is that right?
Most definitely, but I had to join in because we was talking about OBJ real quick. You see the banner right behind me. You know what I represent. I gotta let y'all know.
I don't claim the fact that he's a Giants fan, although he is my friend.
Okay.
I do not support all of his decisions. I just want to clarify.
No, they're not agreeing with me. They're saying OBJ does not have a chance to become Hall of Famer, and I disagree with that.
Be honest.
It's not that he does have a chance to be a Hall of Famer if he continues. It's all about with the Hall of Fame. You notice a lot of the times some guys can have way more production than other guys, but because they have the hardware to match with that, that's what can make it a difference. OBJ, he's not in the Hall of Fame right now, but he does have some Hall of Fame statistics attached to his name as far as like, you know, a guy who was able to do so forth and so on. Now, you're never going to get that same guy that was in the Giants over at the Rams. You're never going to get that same guy again. But if you want to tell, at the end of the day, for OBJ, here's how you tell it, right? Is with the stories of great wide receivers. Can you tell the story of great wide receivers without Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yeah.
So then he's not Hall of Fame. That's it. That's how you get it.
Look, he got
a chance to get some hardware and maybe sneak in.
But how many wide receivers that we've talked about that have had significant seasons that have put up astronomical numbers that still hasn't been let in the NFL? Me and G talked about this, that we're surprised that they haven't been in. I wish I had the names, and me and G had the names too.
I got a name for you. Someone who just from the Houston Rockets. I said Houston Rockets from the Texans. You guys got me bouncing back and forth from the Texans. He just did a podcast on he just did the podcast with Brandon Marshall and them when all the wide receivers there. What's his name?
The athlete, love the athlete.
Yes,
athlete.
yes.
Yeah, I Am Athlete. Oh,
I Am Athlete. What's his name again?
Dez just did one.
I know before Dez.
The big strong guy, right?
Big strong guy from the
Andre
Texans.
Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
Okay. So we all agree Andre Johnson should be in the Hall of Fame.
He has a case.
He has a case. Odell doesn't
case
have
in OBJ.
Odell doesn't have that strong of a case.
He don't have his numbers. Yeah.
OBJ
Okay,
is
so-
really good.
I love Odell.
So are we saying okay? So Andre Johnson is being. So we're saying Julian Edelman should be in too.
Yeah.
Because
For the hardware, he
also is the best slot receiver and
for being the best, for being the security blanket to one of the best, one of the greatest.
But man, G, I wish you had the numbers that you had before, G, when you had all the wide receivers broken down, didn't make it. Man, I wish you still had the numbers, bro. Because G had a devastating argument about a bunch of receivers that had gotten in, that a bunch of receivers that didn't get in had the same amount of numbers, but the only difference is they had rings.
But the difference is between OBJ and Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman had multiple 100 reception seasons, multiple 1,000-yard seasons. Odell Beckham Jr. had OBJ had a good catch against a great catch against Brandon Carr and a boat incident where he smoked weed.
Look. Aside from all that, right? Here's the one thing he has that I believe Odell Beckham will never have, and that's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah,
not the ring. Anyone can get a ring.
Right.
We seen Colt McCoy band. He goes on the Chiefs and then right back to the Bucks. He got back-to-back rings. So salute to that guy. But he's never gonna get the Super Bowl MVP. He was never that type of player for his teammates. That's the guy that Julian Edelman is. He's the guy that, although the stats aren't flashy, when you needed him, he was there. Shoot, when Cam Newton needed a guy to catch some balls, he was there. As hurt as he was, Julian Edelman was able to at least be a security blanket to Cam Newton. Cam Newton didn't trust any other receiver other than Julian Edelman. I'm sorry, but OBJ doesn't have the stats are there, but OBJ doesn't have that. I don't know, that in between stuff to be the guy for his teammate that Julian Edelman had.
Julian Edelman was multiple. He says stats aren't flashy. Multiple 100 reception seasons, multiple 1,000-yard seasons, multiple rings, Super Bowl MVP. I mean, he's got a better resume than a lot of guys that are already in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, I jumped off prematurely on this NBA, man. I wanted to ask y'all, since I do have some Knicks fans on here and some other NBA heads, my crew, should someone trade for Kyrie Irving? Kori?
No.
Nope.
No.
Listen.
Can I go?
No.
It's as simple as this. As simple as this. You're a man and you signed the contract. Are you abiding by that contract? Can anyone answer me? Is he abiding by his contract that he willingly signed?
No.
Why would I do business with him again? This is a business transaction at this point. and everything is business. He thinks that basketball is art, and that's cool. But these owners still have to sign checks and pay you.
They're not paying him. He's losing a lot of money right now. He's getting
And why would I ever have him on my team to have him cost me money?
well. If a business person doesn't have the same mandates as New York, I mean, it's a possibility, that they can bring him in and he'll put butts in the seats. I mean, put him somewhere where, let's say Phoenix, where they don't have that mandate, or I mean, I'm not saying Phoenix, but I'm just using them as an example.
Yeah,
there could be an owner out there that decides, listen, San Antonio, if it fits, it's possible, who knows?
I agree. I can agree with you to a certain extent if this was the only hiccup that Kyrie has had in his career. But this isn't. He's shown a negligence to not want to be on the court unless it's under his, unless it's the way he wants it. And he's never really been that guy that truly deserved that cachet. I'm sorry, but you chose to not play with LeBron James and go over to the Boston Celtics, who without you was able to have a great run, get really close to the finals. What happened when you were injected into the lineup? They fell short.
Which he also decided, he also said that he regrets doing so. But let's look at it from, like I said, from a business standpoint. There's gonna be, out of 32 teams, it's gonna be one owner that may go, this dude can put butts in the seats and then put money in my pocket. There's a strong possibility that any one of these owners could say, shit, forget it, I'm taking him. Who knows, man? Who knows? Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I can understand, and that would be all right. So then here's where I think we're kind of divided at. It's all about the reasons that you would want Kyrie. I'm thinking as far as like those top echelon teams that would trade for a Kyrie Irving in hopes that he's gonna play for them and help them get a championship. I don't believe that, those owners are going to trust that guy. But if you want a guy who's going to, you're going to trade for him and say, hey, we don't have the mandates. If you want to dribble the ball as much as you want, things of that nature, you're not aspiring to win anything, but you're just going to get the money, then that's a match made in heaven. But Kyrie has kind of let it be stated that he wants to win championships.
But does he? I mean,
does he? Right.
Does he anymore? Does he care?
Does he?
I really don't think he does. He just wants to get buckets and teach people about the earth being flat.
Right.
Prince, what do you think, baby?
I'm thinking he just is about being the image of the Nets. I think he's about, okay, everybody watch me. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and can't nobody stop me. And as far as winning championships, I think he's kind of cool with what he's won, because if he was really concerned about winning more championships, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing right now, missing all his games, paying all this money out, man. I mean, if you had the heart to really achieve to be what the people you're trying to, Jordans, Kobe, Shaq, Bird, Lonzo, I mean, just different people that aspire to win championships at their position, especially a short point guard position where you came from, to show how great you are, and you're just like, well, hey, I'm gonna sit out until they agree with my terms, do what I gotta do. What the hell? No, he's not aspiring to win championships, man. He's just about himself right now. He's self-centered, he's selfish, and he's about me. It's about me. It's not about my team, because he don't give a damn about his team.
Now,
then you got to realize that.
You got to think about it like this too. You got 3 teams that were initially and still kind of interested in his services. I think it was Houston was one, Miami, and in the 76ers.
But it don't matter, Corey. He don't give a damn about his team. That's the bottom line. He don't give a damn about where his team's gonna go, where his team's gonna end. Oh, especially if you, it's a baller like yourself, could help them achieve a championship, and you don't give a damn. It's not about that. It's a self-centered thing, Corey. It's about himself.
Y'all acting like y'all just we just realized that Kyrie Irving was weird.
No, I
want to differentiate from the point that Prince is bringing up, and I want to get right back to what you're saying about the teams that were interested. I want you to notice that other than Houston, the other 2 teams that are interested within him are in the same conference. With it, like the trades that happen within conferences are very rare, because you're going to see that guy again for multiple times during the year. What are you trying to?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is what I'm saying. Like, as far as the Brooklyn Nets, like, do any of these teams have anything that the Brooklyn Nets would want back in return for a Kyrie Irving? And would those other teams be willing to give up the exorbitant price that they'd have to? Because it's already going to be an exorbitant price to get a Kyrie. But now, because the Nets have to see Kyrie multiple times, the cost is going to be way more. Is all of that worth a guy who's shown the behavior that he's shown so far? And in my honest opinion, I think it's no.
But to also bring up to that, I mean, they're not going to see him because you have to be vaccinated to play in the state of New York.
Right.
That's that one. And two, you're not going to trade a big haul for somebody who can't play in certain, in certain states and certain teams. What happens if he goes to Philly, right? For example, Philly was one of those teams. They get to the Eastern Conference Finals against Brooklyn. Then what?
Yeah.
They're not going to make that trade and make that risk. He's not worth the risk.
But then on top of that, I got one of the most prolific scorers in the business. I'm not scared of you from that in that aspect when I still have Kevin Durant and I got a supporting cast that, that's going to play behind him right now. He's doing it by himself right now. However, teams like, let's say Miami, maybe, you may want to, have something to think about when you talk about Miami because, you have to see them. But like you said, you can't come to New York and play against me anyway. So, I mean, you're going to be sitting on the bench when you do come up here.
Yeah, so why would you trade a haul? Like if you're Philly, why would you trade the Harden
I've
to get
essentially
him?
lost a piece for a series.
And then you get him in the Eastern Conference Finals against Brooklyn, and then, Kyrie's out for the whole no one's going to make that trade that's competing or worth anything as a team.
Hey,
it's all right back to the sacrifice. Like, is Kyrie willing to make the sacrifice? And because he's not willing to, like, no one else is willing to sacrifice for him.
No, man. And my last word before I go, because I work early in the morning, so I apologize. But he's just so self-absorbed with himself that he's not thinking about what's going on with his teammates. He's not thinking about where their mind's at. The Kevin Durant, they're not thinking about what they're trying to sacrifice and what they're trying to achieve because he's already achieved. Even Kevin Durant has achieved a couple of things, championships and stuff like that. But there's other people on that team that has not. So he's not thinking about what they're going through, what they're trying to build, or what they're trying to do without him. He just wants to think about, this is my mindset. This is where I'm sitting. I'll come back when they want me to, when I feel like I want to come back, and I want to do what I want to do. But that's just my last word, fellas. I apologize. Take it over for me. I got to get up in the morning. And, fellas, I appreciate you. I'll see y'all on Sunday.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, my guys.
All right. I got another question for y'all, man, for this panel here. All right. Zion's rookie contract is about to be up next year. Should the Pelicans re-sign him to the max deal?
No, he don't want to be there. It's obvious he don't want to be there. He wants to be with Chef Dan and I.
I want to ask you a question.
If the man's eating too much gumbo.
He's oh man.
He looking like me.
Look, he's got etouffee at his disposal. All right. He's got some beignets at his disposal. He's got gumbo and jambalaya and some dirty rice at his disposal. Trust me, I know what they cook down there with nothing but flavor. That man has to get out of there. But on a serious note, I want to ask you guys a question. I know you asked that question, but if I'm Zion Williamson, why would I want to sign with the Pelicans again?
Well, they tried to hand you this team. They tried to give you the key to the city. They tried to give you everything that you wanted. Not many teams are going to do that to a overweight guy who can't shoot, big man who's often injured. So I don't think you're going to get a whole lot outside the market.
The thing is, if you go, he's gotten better at shooting with the wide open shot, but you also got to think too, what threats around him other than Brandon Ingram that have been consistent to take pressure off of him. And other than that, you got Jonas Valanciunas this year, which not really an outside threat. Okay. Brandon Ingram, outside threat. Kira Lewis, underdeveloped shooter. You got guys that that you don't have a lot of shooting on that team. So when you have a dominant player like Zion, you have to put him around knockdown shooters. You got to get a stretch five. You got to get guys that, he's not Giannis Antetokounmpo per se, but they're both dominant inside players. You got to build the team the same way. You got to get shooters around them. You got to get guys that know their role. And Brandon Ingram's a great player. Those two have a good dynamic, but you need to add more talent. They haven't done that. You have to add different things. And I know there's a team that I root for that would definitely give him the keys, because he was. You remember draft night, the lottery, when the Pelicans won it and the Knicks didn't. He was upset, visibly upset at the draft lottery. He wanted to go to other teams. I'm sure he would have been fine with your team, G, with the Lakers or a big I'm sure he would have been fine. He grew up a Knicks fan. No, what I'm saying is I'm sure mindset would have been okay with, all right, I'm getting drafted by the Lakers. Or, all right, I'm getting drafted by this team or that team. He wanted to be a Knick. He's not. That was his team growing up. That's where he wanted to be. And I get it's not right. I agree with you. He should just give his all and be as best he can be for the Pelicans because he signed a contract. He was drafted. His dreams came true, all that. These kids don't think that way in the NBA today. They want everything catered to them. If you put him on a team that he wants to be on, watch him spring right back into shape.
Yeah, that mindset.
Watch him have that mindset. It's he's not the only one. James Harden didn't want to be in Houston anymore. He was wearing a fat suit to get out of Houston. He didn't want to be Paul George and didn't want to be in OKC anymore. He left. The guys leave all the time. Kyrie Irving completely ghosted his teammates in Cleveland and then in Boston. It's not the right way, but someone that he wants to be with should offer him a contract. It shouldn't be the Pelicans because his time's expired there.
Kori?
To give him a little credit and a little criticism, when they first showed him, when he first came out, he had gained in excess, I think they said about 27 to 28 pounds. He the big old dude, I think, because when he was 300, he was 303 at the end of the season, and he came back, he was dope boy, I think like almost 330. I think he came back chubby, but what they were saying was, as a new guy in the NBA, you got to get you a staff, you got to get you a nutritionist, you got to get, you just can't sit on your injury and gobble down, wherever he lives at. He didn't have a crew, right? So I think now, look, to his credit, they showed him last week. He's dropping pounds. He's getting back into some kind of basketball shape. And the thing was, he wasn't playing no one-on-ones. He wasn't playing. He was on the couch. This dude was chilling. But the criticism came, and he finally got him. I think now he has a nutritionist. Now he has a staff. I think from what I read, Charles Barkley and Shaq had reached out to him because they criticized him on TNT, and they felt like listen.
Those two guys about nutritionists, the round mound of rebound, and the guy who played himself in his game.
Now peep the game. Now Shaq has lost 30 pounds in 6 months. So he said he
played himself into shape when he was in the league.
He
didn't care about any of that.
But what I'm saying is, somebody said, listen, as a 22-year-old, you got to get yourself a crew around you that's going to care about you. And first, it starts with your health, And so they kind of reached out with, like I said, Charles he had a problem with eating too, but he had to get a nutritionist. He had to get a crew around him that cared about his physical health. So when they showed him last week, he had dropped, I think they say he had dropped like 16 pounds. So he's trying to get back into some kind of basketball shape. Because a guy with his, the reason why he's having the injuries that he's having, he can leap out the gym. When he comes down, he's banging that body up,
Yeah.
So he's got to get into some kind of physical shape to play 82 games. So I'm hoping that he's, like I say, 22, he's still got a lot of stretching and moving to go. A lot of learning. So hopefully he can be able to do that. But like the way he is now, so to answer the question, should the Pelicans, they're going to offer. They may lowball, they should offer. Now, if it's up to him to stay, he should. Like I said, that's his team. They gave him the keys. Now, this league nowadays wants to have a big 3, big 4, or a big 2 and a surrounding cast of characters, players that's going to help you. You can't do it by yourself anymore. The days of Dominique Wilkins being the only one in Atlanta, those days are over. You got to find somebody that's want to come down, that's willing to come and play with you, or guys that are willing to be, like I said, starters on another team that are willing to come off the bench and win a championship vis-a-vis, Giannis Antetokounmpo and his squad. So it's a lot of give and takes and push and pulls to his scenario. But to answer that question, I think he should stay. And I think, the Pelicans should at least offer. I think they're going to offer. They're not going to just let him dip. They're going to offer. Just,
Oh, yeah, they have to. He's too box office. And he needs to fire Sean Kemp because I think Sean Kemp's his nutritionist.
Sean Kemp cannot be his nutritionist. Sean Kemp just opened up a cannabis store, so he's got all the goodies.
That was the joke.
Right.
Yeah. Sean Kemp got huge out of nowhere.
Yeah,
for real.
I just want to ask you guys this question. I know, G, you said this, and my brother, I haven't caught your name yet.
Kori.
All right, Kori, you guys have said this, that the reason why you guys feel like he should return is because they have given him the keys to the city. They said, "Here, we'll build a team around you." Now, they first tried it with a coach in Stan Van Gundy, who everyone said was out of touch. Apparently when the hiring happened, everyone around the NBA league felt like, hey, this hire isn't going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But then they built around certain players. Some players they felt could work with them. Some players didn't. Especially one of the players that they want, that I heard, throughout was mentioned, was that Zion wanted to keep on the team, was Alonzo Ball. And they let him go.
Took the words right out of my mouth. He literally loved playing with him.
If I'm Zion and you guys tell me like, hey, we're gonna build the team around you. I've seen you guys try it with Chris Paul, and you failed at building a team around him, and he's a generational talent.
Mm-hmm.
You guys had Anthony Davis, and you failed numerous times, and he's a generational talent. How do I know that you guys are gonna succeed with me? How am I not just going to stay here all this time, pinning my hopes on you guys? Hey, maybe you'll get it right. Maybe you'll get it right. All the time, I'm a guy who's leaping in and out the gym. I know I have a set amount of time with this athleticism. I only have a set amount of years while I can dominate the league with this athleticism. Am I really going to waste it hoping that you guys build the team around me? Or can I go somewhere else?
And it's simple. It's cool. You want to build a team around me? I really like playing with Lonzo Ball. Can we keep him? No. So the one player you give me that I like playing with, you're going to get rid of.
And I don't think it was on the Pelicans. I think they just got outbidded by the Bulls.
It was a sign and trade.
Huh?
It was a sign and trade.
It was a sign and trade.
Yeah, they
They got what was it? Dan, it was a couple draft picks.
It was a couple draft. No, it was shoot.
They traded them for some draft picks.
Picks and one of the two players, I believe. They had a player as well that they traded them for, but it was also, I believe, they kind of got caught in some tampering rules here and there. So it seemed like this is where it kind of gets even worse for the Pelicans. I know that the Bulls got caught tampering with Lonzo, but you've made Lonzo feel so unwelcome that he had to tamper his way out.
He came in completely improving his jump shooting from his days with G's team. He went from 45% or 48% from the free throw line to 77%. He went from under 30% from three to 38%, above league average on 9 attempts a game, which is high volume. That's higher volume than Steph Curry was that year. Did everything he was supposed to do. And what did they do the first year with Stan Van Gundy? They make him. He was 10 plus points, 6 plus rebounds, 7 plus assists. They make him play shooting guard. In what world is Lonzo Ball a shooting guard?
Right.
What are you doing? No wonder Lonzo didn't want to be there. No wonder you end up signing and trading him. And it's a domino effect. It's a bad organization.
It's a bad organization. I agree with you on that. Even the fact of them firing Monty Williams after he took them to the playoffs twice back to back, team getting better and they fire him. It's been a bad organization, like you said, Shell. They've been making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. I don't know what they can do to make him stay. But
other than the money.
Yeah, other than the money.
And then this is the funny part too, is that this guy is so generational. He's getting all these commercials. All he has to do is step into the right city, and all that money that he's lost over the generational contract, he could recoup it off the court. Yeah. There's a possibility.
Kev put in the chat what they got for Lonzo Ball. That's all they gave him up for.
Yeah, they sent Garrett Temple and Thomas Sadaransky. That's right.
And a second-round pick.
And a second-round pick.
They
That's
sent
how they
nobody.
value who Zion
They gave
wanted.
them nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Lonzo.
Gave him a bag of chips and a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And that's a guy that I value. And we're also like, I don't know if you guys read this earlier, but we're seeing with the article that came out about Rick Carlisle and Luka Doncic, how one of the reasons that made Luka Doncic sour on Rick Carlisle was the fact that he was mistreating Dennis Smith Jr. And apparently, to all of our surprises, Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka Doncic were the best of friends. They wanted to make it work together with them two on the court. It's just that Rick Carlisle had an idea of what he wanted the team to be. So he treated Dennis Smith Jr. one way and he treated Luka Doncic another way. Now, you could be treating this other guy with all the respect in the world, but if you're not treating the guys that he views as, you know, some guys that are important to him with the same respect, then it's all fake to him.
But that's different because we're talking about Lonzo Ball and Dennis Smith Jr.
No. But what I'm talking about is like But what I'm talking about is like the relationship that Luka Doncic had with Dennis Smith Jr. And we don't know. Like maybe some article could come out with the relationship between Lonzo and Zion to where like Stan Van Gundy was stressing, you know, Lonzo, and he was, you know, hurling insults at him, things of that nature, made him feel unwelcome, and that that made him churned Zion the wrong way. And then maybe Zion possibly brought it up to David Griffin early in the year, and David Griffin told him no, Stan Van Gundy's the coach or whatever, and that may have soured him on David Griffin because David Griffin's on the hot seat as well.
Yeah, and that's the difference between the NBA and the NFL. These NBA players can make changes where the NFL really can't, you know.
And the MLB gets the worst. They get like 8 years of team control before they can even sign a big contract, let alone leave a team.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's transition to the NFL, man. Since I got y'all on here, let's go ahead. Let's talk about these playoff races. What's up, Kori?
I gotta go ahead and dip, man. You know where I gotta be at. So, fellas, I appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate you guys, you know, filling in, you know, and our blind spots between me and Prince. I got to go ahead and hit the road. You know what I mean? I work at night. I work at night. You know, so
go get the money, man.
Go get the money, man.
Guys, finish up strong, man. Appreciate it, G.
All right, my dog.
Thanks, Kori. Go
Later.
Michigan.
Be safe, bro.
Go Blue.
All right. So I wanted somebody to do the playoffs breakdowns, man, and see what y'all thought or who y'all think would be in there, man. My friends, too many Cowboy fans out here. We got a Giants fan on here, baby.
You got Chef Dan. Deal with it, Mike.
I'm a little outnumbered right now. I feel I'm in enemy's territory, right?
That was just before G came on. I was a Cowboys fan with two.
Yeah,
Deal with it.
But you're winning, so.
In the AFC, you have the New England Patriots at 9-4. The Tennessee Titans at 9-4, the Kansas City Chiefs at 9-4, and then you have the Baltimore Ravens at 8-5. But in all those teams, the Baltimore Ravens are the only team out there sliding. I'm not really sure if they're going to be in that same spot after it's all said and done. But you have the Chargers at 8-5 as well. Indianapolis at 7-6, Cleveland at 7-6, Cincinnati at 7-6, Buffalo at 7-6, and Denver at 7-6. Do y'all see any of them jumping back in there and taking that last two spots?
It's so up in the air. I mean, but all the teams are struggling. All the teams have had ups and downs. All the teams have holes. It's just, I don't know. The best thing I can say about the AFC is I think it's going to be the Patriots and the Chiefs in the AFC title game. But I don't know anything about the why. I could just blindly say like, Buffalo and Denver and then just see what happens. But you can't really. Can you? You can pick either two, but any two or three out of them. But I don't know.
Indianapolis is playing well.
Yeah,
I like what they're doing.
Yeah, they're playing better, but Carson Wentz is an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Man, I know everyone is because the top four really is in flux when you look at it between the Patriots, Titans, Chiefs, and the Ravens. As far as the AFC leaders, it's all in flux. The one thing I want to say is the one team I think everyone is kind of just like not paying attention to, but they're slowly kind of making a surge is the Chargers. And maybe it's because of their, the schedule they have remaining, but I think the Chargers are going to kind of make a vie, like as far as like top of the division, they might make some noise. I can't count out the Ravens because Lamar Jackson is just so awesome. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of Lamar Jackson. He's really awesome. What do you got to say, Zach? Go ahead, talk bad about Lamar.
No, I don't. I love Lamar Jackson. I guess you have nothing else to root for. So
I have nothing else to root for. The only thing I have to root for is these draft picks, baby. Come on now. But I see Mike F saying, "Don't count Miami out." Why? Why would I count Miami in?
All right, here's this. Michael Franklin, you're hating on me a bit. How about this? Miami Dolphins gonna make the playoffs. There. There you go. Screw it.
Look, the Dolphins have done great so far, but until they get past Bill Belichick, I ain't saying nothing.
Jeff Dan's trying to kiss up to get Mike F on his side.
Look, I told you, I got nothing to root for but these draft picks. Excuse me. And the Dolphins just put a whooping on us a week ago. So, yeah. All I'm saying, look, fellas, all I'm gonna say right now is as far as the AFC, I want to say watch out for the Chargers. I think they're gonna build up. I think the Titans are gonna slide. They've been so inconsistent this year. I hate the Titans. They're gonna slide. The Chiefs, I don't know what's going on, and the Patriots, they're a mystery to me. As good as they've looked so far in the regular season, they haven't shown like. I think the defense has been really good, but they haven't shown me. I don't know. There's nothing I see that's truly dominant that I can say that the Patriots have got. I'll give them a chance to really win the whole thing. So, out of the Chargers, out of the AFC, I'd pick the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Chargers to come out.
So, Ravens, you sticking with the Ravens, but you like Lamar Jackson. That's why.
I'm just that one. That's just blind faith on Lamar.
Well,
you know how they tried to let Russ cook.
Yeah,
let Lamar run.
Right.
That's what blind luck gives you. Ravens have Green Bay, the Bengals on the road, and the Rams and the Steelers left. So there you go.
Steelers, yeah. The Rams
they just lost to the Steelers.
No, like I said, but the Steelers are still, and to me, the Rams have been losing against teams that have a winning record, unless it was the Cardinals. So I don't really trust the Rams. Right. The Bengals, as great as they look, they're also a bit inconsistent. And Green Bay, I believe they're missing some people. So I don't know. I expect them to lose this one against Green Bay, but Bengals, Rams, and Steelers, I think they could win 2 out of 3 out of those.
Yeah, and Lamar may be out. He's still nursing that ankle injury, so he's questionable right now. So that if they can't win with what's your boy, the backup
Taylor Huntley.
Huntley, yeah, not Huntley. What's his name?
Huntley's the Ravens' backup.
No,
Huntley,
because they got rid of Sorensen, I believe. Or
yeah.
You're thinking of McSorley. You're thinking of Trace McSorley.
Trace McSorley.
Like him. No, he doesn't play like Lamar Jackson.
No, but he's actually came in and after when he got injured and helped win a game like this season. So they could win against the Bengals with him by running the ball and killing that defense. And I don't know. Any other game, they need Lamar Jackson bad.
Yeah. So here's the schedule for Indianapolis. They got New England, Arizona, Las Vegas, and Jacksonville.
Yeah, Carson. They're an accident. They're gonna beat Jacksonville. That's it.
They should be LV. I think they should be the Raiders too.
But it's Carson
I'm
Wentz.
sorry, it's Carson Wentz. Look, we've been in the division with him long enough.
Yeah.
He had that one MVP-esque season, and then after that, it's been just diarrhea.
But remember, when he had the MVP season type, he was playing with Frank Reich as OC. He's back with Frank, and he's playing not MVP-ish, but he's playing better. He's cut out the turnover.
He's got such a great offensive line.
He's got a great Taylor, a great running game, and his defense is solid.
This is healthy, so then, but I don't trust Carson Wentz.
See, this is my issue. Time out. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm a Giants fan. You just named the dream to me. You said a great offensive line, a great running game, and a great defense, and he's still throwing interceptions?
No, boy, he's not. That's what I'm saying. He's not really turning the ball over.
No, Dan, you're thinking of Danny turnovers.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. We ain't got none of that. And we got turnovers. So stop it. Don't even.
So, and it seems like all of them have a pretty tough schedule, except for maybe Buffalo. But Denver, they play Cincinnati, Las Vegas, the Chargers, and Kansas City. So I'm counting Denver out. Cleveland, they have Las Vegas, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati.
See, like I said, it's a toss-up. Who do you want to pick?
It really is.
Pick it out of a hat. I mean,
look,
Miami Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo and Indianapolis.
Well, look at Miami's remaining schedule. The Jets.
Wait, you said Buffalo and wait, you really trust Indy to get it through?
I do.
Well, it's like picking the litter.
I think if they win, if they can get to 10 wins, not 9 wins. I think they get to 9 wins. I think they're in. 9 and 8 will get them in.
Because a lot of these bubble teams are playing each other. If you notice the schedule.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a couple that are just knocked out by that.
Right. Yeah, I think 9 and 8 to get them in.
I still think New England's going to go to the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah, I got
Mac Jones. Tom Brady's is just Mac Jones all over again.
Really?
Yeah, Tom Brady's nothing special. He was a system quarterback.
Oh, I know. I don't agree with that. I think
I almost got you. Almost got you.
I think Mac Jones is he's what Tom Brady was when he came out.
Okay,
he's
all
a
right,
smart quarterback. Yeah. You know,
Okay,
I think he's not going to turn the ball over.
I won Mike over again.
You know, but
all right, look. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because as much as Z's a funny guy, but I gotta say this. No, you just won me over with that. I'm gonna say this. Tom Brady was a system quarterback until he became the system.
I like that.
He became the system. Bro. Not for nothing, for him to go over to Tampa Bay and just win it in the first year, like we got to give him kudos.
With the Monstars?
I know. With the Monstars.
Michael Jordan on the Monstars. What is it?
I know, but within the same note, I just you still got to give him props. He still was able to calm that team down. I think he was able to calm the team. I think he was able to get the team they were rough around the edges. I think he was able to smoothen them out enough for 1 year to go, here's what we need to do.
They had a Gronk.
Not even for 1
Antonio
year.
Brown.
They're on the verge of it again today. Now.
They added
I'm going to tell you this right now.
And guess what? You add a game manager to a good team, it calms down. He's a game manager. That's all he is.
No. You know what? We're not going. Look, you said that, not me. Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about that. You're absolutely right as far as because he's not making. Yeah, all he needed to do was not throw 30 interceptions. Jameis Winston, poor Jameis.
See, Mike knows what he's talking about.
Okay, back to the Buccaneers. As you know, I don't believe them to come out of it again this year.
No, I don't think they're going to come out again, but I think they're in the talking. Like you can't count them out.
They're in the talking. Yeah, they're in the talking. I can't count them out, but I think they're going to fall short. Yeah. When I say fall short, I think
to the Cowboys.
I see them facing Green Bay in the NFC Championship all over again. And this time Green Bay getting it done. I don't know where you guys saw Dallas in the picture. They still have to get past the Rams, which
I
don't believe in Matt Stafford.
Where do you mean? Where do we see Dallas?
Yeah.
I mean, no, you guys are congratulations. Y'all right back in the, I don't see you guys getting to the NFC Championship. Now, I didn't roll anything up today yet, brother, but I don't see them winning anything.
Awesome.
But let's get right into the NFC then. Let's
jump into the NFC, man. Let's jump right into the NFC. All right. You got Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Arizona, and Dallas. Green Bay at 10-3, Tampa Bay at 10-3, Arizona at 10-3, the Cowboys at 9-4. I think those are all lots for getting into the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Everybody agree with that?
Yeah, Mike, just don't look at the
Cowboys. Throw the Rams in there too. They're a lot for making the playoffs. Yeah, I honestly think Arizona and the Rams are going to switch positions. I think the Rams are actually going to go up into their slot. I think the Arizona is going to drop down. But you have San Francisco at 7-6. Then you have Washington at 6-7. Minnesota at 6-7. Philadelphia at 6-7. Atlanta at 6-7. And New Orleans at 6-7.
Again, pick the litter.
Toss up.
The Saints are going to fall out. Taysom Hill's.
Yeah,
count the Saints out.
I feel the Saints. I feel the Saints and the Eagles are going to fall out. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, yeah, I hate the Eagles. I agree, but it's sad when to say that Jameis Winston was your best option, and they would have made the playoffs, I think, with Jameis. Just because you see how well they were even doing with Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill, I think even just put a competent quarterback out there, they would have been fine. But I hate to say this, but I like the football team to sneak in with the last spot, the team with no name, and I mean Minnesota, you can't count them out, but also don't count out the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo is back healthy. He's a good game manager. They're running the football well again. George Kittle's getting involved. They're playing great defense. I mean, they're not the same Super Bowl team they once were, but they could make some noise in the playoffs.
I want to trust the 49ers, but ever since they drafted Trey Lance, I feel like there's at some point they're going to trip over their own foot and try and do something. Because it at first it felt like, hey, Jimmy Garoppolo's not getting the job done. And, we got a guy in Trey Lance that we can groom over the years. But I think because you drafted Trey Lance, the mere fact that you drafted him lets me know that as soon as Jimmy Garoppolo makes a mistake that, they really, really don't like, I think they're going to go right into Trey Lance, and I think they're going to trip over their own foot.
Yeah, but Jimmy Garoppolo is not going to make that mistake. He's a good game manager.
I don't know.
He's not that egregious of one because in the NFC title game he threw the ball 12 times.
Exactly, but that's because they only trusted him to throw the ball 12 times. I don't know. He might. I don't know. I just. It's not about him. The amount of times he throws the ball. It's all about him making that wrong read. And I think he might make that wrong read at some point, and that'll end up costing them a pivotal game that they need. And from right at that point right there, I think they're going to give up the season when they might not need to. I think they could stick it out, and hopefully some teams might fall out in their favor, and they'll just go right into Trey Lance.
I like San Francisco. I think San Francisco has a good chance. I think they got a tough schedule finishing out though. I think they'll beat Atlanta. But they got Tennessee next at Tennessee. Then they'll beat Houston, but then they play the Rams. And the Rams may need that game. So that I don't think they can get in with they should be able to get in with a 9-8 record.
Yeah, at the same time, remember Washington's got to play us again. The Eagles got to play us again. The Saints have Taysom Hill. No offense, it's just they don't look good with Taysom Hill. So these teams are again going to beat themselves out of it. I think if they go 9-8, like you said, they get in.
Yeah. San Francisco in. Let's put them in. So it's only one spot left for these 5 teams.
I think it's either Minnesota or the football team.
Or the football team? No Atlanta?
No, sorry, Kori.
Wait, I got it. You don't think the
they've been playing better.
No, you said you said you felt that the Rams and the Cardinals were gonna swap places.
Yeah.
But do you think that the Cardinals are gonna just fall out or?
No. I don't think there's enough games for them to fall out.
Okay.
Even if they lost the last 4 games, they'll still have a
good enough record to get in.
Yeah, good enough record. They got 10 wins now. They lose the rest of their game, they're 10-7. Like,
is Dalvin Cook healthy?
Yeah.
He looked pretty healthy against the Steelers.
He's back now.
Okay. He's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay.
Kirk Cousins is also putting up, for whatever reason, top 5 numbers.
Yeah. He always does.
Yeah,
I know, but this year it's even worse.
You said it's even worse. Like this guy might be top 2 or something. Man, between the football team and the Vikings, I have to go with the Vikings simply because I think they're healthier than the football team.
Okay. And they have, I'm gonna tell you their remaining schedule. They have Chicago.
I need that.
The Rams at home.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay at Green Bay. And then Chicago at home.
So they've beaten Green.
They could still, yeah.
Kirk Cousins has beaten Rodgers and Lambeau. So I mean, it's not that he can't do it, but
I just need those 2 Chicago victories.
Yeah.
If you can get that can help.
If you can get that, yeah. If you can get that.
I'm not saying that just because I have their draft pick or nothing. That has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
I'm not plotting on their downfall or anything. I think the Vikings can get those 2 Chicago, victories for sure.
And let me say, Atlanta, man, Atlanta's running game has been producing. It seems like they kind of figured some things out. The coach has kind of changed the morale of the team. They're actually playing to win a little bit. Matt Ryan is actually showing a little.
He's getting chilled.
Yeah. I mean, he's showing that he can still throw the ball well. I mean, he's not going to run out the pocket or nothing, but
or run
he's
anywhere.
going to get it to his playmaker.
Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
But apparently Cordell Patterson, if he does everything, man.
Yes.
He does. The only thing they haven't done yet is snap the ball to him to make decisions yet. But that guy has done everything.
They're using him the way Chicago should have used Devin Hester.
Yes.
Imagine if they would have found something.
He's a little bigger than Devin Hester was.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I'm saying it's in the like Swiss Army knife type of deal.
Yeah. So your 2 teams, Chef Dan, is Minnesota and Washington
to get to the wild card.
Well, I'm not
Minnesota.
One team because San Fran's getting in.
Yeah, San Fran has to get in.
Yeah,
it has to be Minnesota for me.
Minnesota.
I don't think the football team is healthy enough. Yeah. They've lost too many players, especially Taylor Heineke. I believe he's hurt, and he was already like a game manager as kind of becoming their franchise quarterback.
Right.
But if he's hurt, I don't trust that team.
Yeah.
I don't trust him in the beginning. I just pick him because I want the NFC least to not be the NFC least anymore. To where you can say, look, we got 2 playoff teams. Stop calling us the NFC least.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
I agree with what you're saying, Chef, man. I think Minnesota has the best chance to get in over any one of them other teams. Like you said, Washington is too hurt. Philly, they don't believe in their own team.
They don't.
And
as much as here's the thing with Atlanta, right? And I see that Atlanta's doing great. I just do not trust their offensive line.
Yeah.
If Matty Ice gets hurt bad, that's it for them.
That's it for them.
I just don't trust their offensive line.
Well, you don't believe in Josh Rosen? Their backup?
Excuse me, what?
You don't believe in Josh Rosen? Their backup? Do you even remember him?
You might have glitched out. You glitched out a little. I didn't hear that name.
He was the first round pick 2 years ago, Josh Rosen.
Wait. First round pick 2 years ago.
Yeah, so you believe in him. Great.
Another guy named Josh. Who Josh? No, I'm sorry. I don't believe in Josh Rosen.
Fellas, man, that was great, bro. I appreciate y'all jumping on with us, man. My guy, Chef Dan, I appreciate you, dog. Thank you for coming in, man.
Most definitely. Yeah, look, y'all had me started off with the OBJ Hall of Fame. I love him, but no. But then we get right into, all the topics. I love the show you're doing here. You're touching every topic. I love it. I'm going to keep supporting you.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Z, my dog, as always, man, let everybody out there on our platform know where they can find you at.
Hey, A to Z Media Net on Twitter, and the YouTube channel is A to Z Media Network. And you can also find me, and I'll let Chef Dan tell you too, but Bronx Sports Jedi Network, we're both parts of that network as well. So, and you can find me here because I come on here all the time too, and I think I'm part of this, part of a fan. Like I'm the fan. I'm the sixth man. I'm the sixth man.
Chef, tell what people can find you as well, bro.
You guys, if I'm not doing A to Z Media currently because the Giants they are what they are, you can catch me breaking down Knicks games with the Jedi over on Bronx Sports Jedi Network, or on Thursdays I'll break down the MMA game and everything violence and bloody and sports and punches, kicks and chokes and all that stuff. I love it. Me and Austin love it, and we break it down on Thursday after Thursday Night Football on the Bronx Sports Jedi Network. So check us out.
You don't want these hands, Chef Dan.
That's what's up. Hey, make sure y'all go subscribe to my guys' shows, man. They have great platforms. They give you great content, man. Funny, entertaining, and all, man. So thank y'all. For my dog, Mike Franklin, BX Sports Jedi. Who else is out there? James Littlejohn, Matt Thompson, Nadine, Chuck Littlejohn.
Harry.
I want my dog Chuck. Chuck didn't he wasn't talking much today, man.
Yeah,
Chuck,
your football team
Chuck's
sucks.
still hurt. He's still hurt. Harry Bushes. I shouldn't say that out loud. So I really shouldn't say that out loud.
That's why I just said Harry.
Yeah. Brandon Buchanan, my dog. Appreciate you, homie. Dan Al Cannot, my guy, who else? Tyler. Oh, Titleist. Appreciate you, my dog. We love y'all. Thanks for checking in. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Episode 73 in the books. Peace.